What's going on, guys? How's it going? Um, well, it's gonna be a week or two before I get more Goodwill videos up and whatnot. I just put the NES collection up, and some of you might know I've been playing a lot of the PS3 lately. Final Fantasy got me going, and my semi-disappointment in the game that I wanted, that I thought Final Fantasy was going to be, I recovered from that by playing all the God of Wars, and then I actually found what I was looking for, what I actually expected, what I wanted out of Final Fantasy, with all the RPG elements and whatnot. I finally found in this game for the PS3, Star Ocean. It's also by Square Enix. It was released a little while back, possibly even last year, and then it was re-released for the PS3 international version all around the world, I believe. But this game it's classic RPG. You have your main character who uses a sword. You have you have the girl that he loves who uses a bow. You have your red mage guy who basically uses a sword but has magic. You have your little cute character who's all just full magic, just a beast with magic. You got your robot. So, what RPG is complete without a robot? And you get him later on in the game, and then there's, that's as far as I've gotten. I know you get some other cool characters along the way too, but I've been having so much fun with this game. Some of you may see at the bottom down there, 38 hours and 24 minutes. I've had this game a little under a week now. Now, I did have to leave it on today for about 4 or 5 hours when I went out, so I have played a little over 30 hours of this game. As you see here, well, even though I played 30 hours of this game, I'm not 30 hours into the game. I've taken my time, I've enjoyed like everything I've done, and there's a lot of stuff to do at each point of the game in order to complete the storyline, in order to complete your inventory, all this cool stuff. Well, what you see here, I'll start with some of the cool things about this game. Besides, the characters and whatnot, they're really cool. Some of them kind of are cheesy, but you know what, it's cool. And, the whole storyline and premise, it's World War III just blew up Earth, and this is like 85 years, or something years later, a couple of decades later, or whatever, and man's gotten to space. There are other games in this series, in the Star Ocean series, and they all take place 3 to 600 years later after this game, so this is the predecessor to everyone, and the producer also said this is the last in the series. Now, some of the things I really think are cool about this game are the things that you can do while you progress. As you go along, you'll fight enemies. Now, as you fight the enemies, you can analyze them. After so many kills, usually about 50 kills or so, one enemy gives you about 2 or 3% completion out of 100. And once you get 100 and they're all fully analyzed, you can actually turn them into a monster jewel once you get these little rare monster jewels along the way. And so every one unlocks something different. And when you make these monster jewels, you equip them to your next slot, and you get really cool things. So as I've gone along the game, I have fought every monster and unlocked, except some of them are bosses, like 2 of them are bosses, so they're stuck at 30. So I've gone along, I've got 100% on every one of these. Now if I look at them, it's number defeated, like, I've killed 250 of those mushrooms, like 70, 50, 45, 53. Normally everything took about 50 kills to beat. Some of the mobs I fought a lot more than others, but most everything I just killed enough to unlock, turn them into their monster gems. Now as you see the items dropped, all the monsters drop different items. Every class, like plants or robots or humanoids, drops something different. And your characters, they have skills, and each character does something different. So like the robot guy, his field skills, he's got robotics. Mechanical enemies will drop more they'll drop more items, and I don't know if the loot's affected, like the rarity, but they'll drop more items actually. So the first thing I did, well actually I went along, you can use your individual skill points to upgrade your stuff, or you can use your party skill points actually. And I didn't figure out this till quite a bit down the road here, and I had, a few thousand to spend. So the first thing I did was I upgraded everybody on their field skills. So every time I kill an enemy, that's all taken care of. Now, there's a lot of crafting in this game. You put your party together when you're in your spaceship, and you put them into thinking groups. So different thinking groups come up with different things. It was easy with 3 people, and it was easy with 4 people. But once you start throwing like a 5th person in the mix here, there's going to be a lot more options, a lot more people I can put together, like 2 or 3 people together. They'll form a group. So each skills that they each have, they'll brainstorm and they'll come up with different recipes. And, one of the achievements in the game is to get all the recipes and whatnot. There's a lot of them. So everybody's good at something. So like FaZe here, the red mage guy, he's an alchemist. The chick with the bow is a cook. Your main guy is a smith, makes all the weapons. The robot's an engineer, and the magician is or the red mage or the black mage is a symbolist, she's called, but she does artistry, so she makes like cards that other people can use as little magic cards and stuff. And like I said, each of them, affect different creatures, drops and stuff. So you can really go through there, and everybody has all these really cool skills, and then you set your skills up in here and just keep unlocking them. And there's just so much to do, though. So you really can get involved in what's going on. You can stay in one area for a while, analyze all the monsters in the area, and you can collect all the, you can harvest all the stuff that's in there, go back to your ship, create all the stuff you can create with all the stuff you found, and the levels that your characters are at. If you need more skill points, you can kill more monsters, up your skill points. So if you work hard at the beginning, you can get some pretty cool items right away. So it really rewards you for the time you spend in this game, for hunting, for crafting, for looking for items. Now you equipment's pretty cool. You got a weapon, an armor, a neck, and a wrist. There's a lot of different things. Enemies drop items, find items everywhere. You create items. You get books, skill books, that you give these people their skills. So as you play the game, there's a lot of possibilities for customizing your characters. Even though, like the robot's geared for defense and attack, you got your mage, you got your attacker, you got your soldier. You can really still tinker with everybody as much as you please. There's tons of battle trophies here. And as you go through and get all these battle trophies, you get achievements for them, not actual PSN achievements. You do once you get like so many percents of them, but there's literally hundreds. There's like 100 for every person. So you got to go through, and there a lot of them are like battle achievements. So like press 10,000 buttons, register 200 preemptive attacks, defeat 1,000 enemies. So a lot of cool achievements there. You analyze a lot of stuff, so all the spaceships you analyze. Whenever you're in a spaceship, you got to find like a computer that'll tell you about the spaceship. And even you analyze all the weapons in the game, even enemy weapons and whatnot. Now sometimes the game you'll save it at a safe spot, and sometimes the game will throw you into like a longer area. Like this morning, I started playing while I had to go to work for a bit, and I couldn't save it because I just saved and I killed a bunch of stuff and got through this area. Well, I had to leave it on. But, that's not a big problem at all. But yeah, this game's really cool. It was the RPG that I wanted this year. So basically, if any of you guys are upset with Final Fantasy in the sense that you expected a true RPG style, classic RPG from that, and you didn't get it, well, go pick up this game, Star Ocean. You're going to love it. All the stuff you can do in it is so fun. And to me, it is that RPG that I wanted. It's the RPGs that I played as a kid, and it's just really cool. There's a lot to do. And even though there's really no quote-unquote world maps, you can still go back and travel through space and go through all the worlds and stuff. And it is a pretty cool game. So definitely check it out, guys, and have fun. All right, I'll see you later. Peace.